Believes in the Kardashian curse. You guys have talked about this. It's that the men have trouble after you.
We all know that the Kardashians have a tendency to change partners as fast as they change their clothes. But have you heard the speculations about the Kardashian curse? Well, if you haven't, today we'll tell you guys all about it. Stay tuned as we dive into the life of Kim Kardashian and all her exes to get a taste for this horrendous curse. Before we move on, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to enjoy the latest uploads from our channel. Without any further ado, let's start the video. What is the curse? While some people find soulmates early in their life, Kim K and her sisters have had no such luck. After decades of trying and testing multiple partners, they are still struggling to find their one true love. Their bad luck with romantic partners has convinced some people that the Kardashians are cursed. They are unable to sustain a long-term relationship, and eventually when they break up with their partner's lives fall into disarray. It might sound far-fetched and crazy, but as we dive into the post-breakup lives of Kim K's exes, you can decide for yourself if this curse is real or not. The first, Damon Thomas. Kim K's first most prominent boyfriend and later husband was music producer Damon Thomas. They both started dating when Kim was 19 and Thomas was 29, and sometime later, both eloped in Las Vegas. Their marriage lasted for 4 years, but it was by no means a happy one. Later onwards, Kim K accused Thomas of controlling her and physically abusing her. To add insult to injury, Kim added that had been high on ecstasy when she married him, giving the impression that she wouldn't have married him otherwise. Thomas has denied all of these allegations, and he went as far as to say, "I think it's unfair to make those kind of blanket statements because we have kids now, you know? I have children, my kid goes to the same school her kid goes to, so imagine him when he has to deal with that at school." Post-divorce and breakup, Thomas's life hasn't been pretty. The Sun released an article with details about how he owed $1.5 million in child support debt to a woman named Sarai Tennille Torres. The Sun also added that Thomas filed for bankruptcy in 2012 and was kicked out of his apartment the following year. Sounds like the curse got him. What do you guys think? The one that brought her to fame. The biggest reason behind Kim K's rise to fame is her second boyfriend, Ray J. Both of them met after Kim's divorce from Damon Thomas, and at that time, Kim K was relatively obscure. However, for Ray, she was one of the great loves of his life, and both of them dated for 3 years before breaking up in 2006. But the story doesn't end here. The following year, their sex tape was leaked and a huge drama erupted, along with Kim K's sudden rise to fame. Soon after, the Kardashians started their reality TV show, which ran for 20 successful seasons before finishing. While the entire ordeal has been extremely profitable for Kim, she has always claimed that Ray was the one who released the sex tape. In fact, she went on to say that Ray had more explicit videos of her, and that Kanye had to go and get them from him. Hearing all this, Ray J was enraged and claims that he never had the sex tape in the first place. In fact, he accused Kris Jenner of orchestrating the release of the sex tape, and he even released screenshots to show the receipts. Life for Ray hasn't been easy after all this drama, and he said that he had been suicidal over the mental health struggles he endured after it was leaked. Nick Cannon, the one with multiple kids. Soon after Ray J, Kim's next victim was Nick Cannon, who claims that Kim left him brokenhearted after dumping him in 2006. Both of them dated for a year when he was 26 and she was 25, but fortunately or unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Post-breakup, Cannon dated multiple celebs before he married Mariah Carey and had 2 children with her. Unfortunately for him, this relationship didn't last long either, and both of them split. Since then, Cannon's life has been going on a downward spiral. He has received immense criticism for fathering 12 children from 6 different women. Many fear that this might be emotionally detrimental for the children, since they all live in different households. But it seems like Cannon is unbothered about all this. According to him, each child was intentional, and he said, "Don't have no accidents." However, that's not all for Nick Cannon's post-Kim life. His career is on the line as well, and he was fired from his long-running successful comedy show for making anti-Semitic comments on his podcast. Well, doesn't that sound familiar? What is Kim K doing to these men, huh? The power couple, Kim K and Reggie Bush. Kim K's least problematic relationship was probably the one with Reggie Bush, whom she dated in 2007. Both became a power couple since Kim was a rising reality TV star and he was a pro athlete. However, these same commitments kept them extremely busy, and they broke up in 2009 to focus on their careers. They tried to get together again in 2010, but then called it quits once again. After that, he dated a few other celebrities before ending up with an Armenian dancer. The two are happily married and have 2 kids, and Bush is a football analyst on Fox Sports. While Bush has managed to avoid most of the drama that follows Kim K's exes, his legacy is forever tainted by one scandal. Back in the day, when he used to play college football, he and his family improperly accepted around $300,000 in gifts from agents. Well, guess nobody's staying free. The 72-day marriage. Kris Humphries. The most iconic marriage in Hollywood is the 72-day marriage between Kim K and Kris Humphries. Both of them had a whirlwind romance in 2010, followed by a huge fairy tale wedding in 2011. Just a few months later, both of them divorced, and it seems like bad luck followed Kris Humphries. While he has been with multiple girlfriends after Kim, he hasn't been able to sustain any of his relationships for the long term. On top of that, he retired from basketball in 2019, and since then has slithered into obscurity. The ultimate proof of the curse: Kim K and Kanye West. The relationship that best explains the curse is, of course, Kim K and Kanye West's tumultuous marriage. While both of them have been friends since the early 2000s, they started dating in 2011, and Kim became pregnant in 2012 with North. A few months later, Kanye popped the question, and the two got married in 2014. This has been by far Kim's longest wedding, and both of them were married for 6 long years until Kim filed for divorce and Kanye lost it. Since then, Kanye has lost multiple lucrative partnerships because of his racist remarks, and dropped off the Forbes billionaires list. His private school was also shut down because of his anti-Semitic comments. He was also banned from Instagram, and thereafter, he slammed Zuckerberg for banning Trump from social media platforms. Balenciaga now refuses to work with him, and Adidas, Foot Locker, and Peloton also suspended their partnerships. His wax figure was also removed from Madame Tussauds. But worst of all was Kanye's reaction to Kim's new boyfriend, Pete Davidson. He released a song called Easy, in which an animated West kidnaps an animated Davidson and then buries him alive. He later released another, less violent version of the first video, in which he sicked a wild monkey on the face of someone who looked like Davidson. While this was supposed to scare Davidson away, he said he found all this hysterical and appreciated the attention. While we all can admit that Kanye has always been a bit wild and eccentric, the divorce has taken him to new lows, and really makes you wonder if the curse is real. The nail in the coffin: Pete Davidson. Kim's most recent ex-boyfriend is the comedian and resident heartthrob Pete Davidson. Both of them met on SNL, after which they were seen on a Hollywood date on a farm in California. The two went on frequent dates and were smitten with each other. But this too didn't last long, and despite accompanying her on the red carpet at the Met Gala, they broke up in August 2022. It might be too soon to comment on whether the curse will come after him or not, but let's just say we hope he manages to escape it. It seems like something is suspicious in the Kardashian household, and we have multiple lives that can attest to that. However, there are also chances that the Kardashians simply attract guys who were problematic in the first place. Can we really blame the Kardashians for decisions these men made themselves? Tell us your take in the comment section down below. That is all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We will see you in the next video.